all recorded on this computer. Okay. We are now streaming and recording so that we can get this on.
So Anita, you're recording?
Some videos, so we can, for those people who don't have Facebook pages.
Yep. All right. I'm pulling my list so that we have our agenda. But welcome everybody. I'm so excited for this week. This one's been a really fun one. It's the first time that we've done like a 3-day event in a while. So it's been different and been exciting. And so we're really grateful that everybody's here. We have a bunch of coaches as well as some customers that have hopped in. And we're just really excited to share this opportunity and to just share a little bit more about coaching. And I'm going to hand it over to Anita because she is going to do our welcome.
Our second welcome.
Our second welcome.
I'm going to wait a little bit just to make sure that Lisa pops on because she's.
Oh, okay. Lisa's doing our first one.
Well, we can do Jess first too. So in efforts to save people's time, but first, everyone got to get a little bit of dancing.
And I will say that this is like the best thing to do. One thing that Neil and I were talking about, I just have to share this while we're dancing, is he was like, in no other job do you really like, I mean, there's like Disney, like, do you actually have it where like you're supposed to do like fun stuff and like get all happy? So we were talking about what is it that I love about Beachbody, and I was like, is it weird that I like really, I mean, I like fitness stuff, but I like really like my job. like I really, like it's the first time I've ever liked working.
Because we get to act however, we get to be like who we want to be, like who we are authentically. Yeah. And I'm Anita. So hi guys. Most of you guys on the phone know me. Welcome, welcome. Thank you guys for coming. So just to continue with what Tamara said about welcoming, like we're really excited that you're here. If you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching recorded, or if you're on our Zoom call with us, doesn't matter. We're super excited that you're here and that you're learning a little bit about something that we're super passionate about. And some, like, coaching has changed our lives in one way or another. And so we like to pay that gift forward to other people. And that is why you're here. Whoever invited you, whatever coach invited you, really feels like they have a gift that they're giving you, and that they either find something about you that they want to work with every day, they want to be on your team, or they see something in you that they think you could be super successful at this and they just want to help guide you on that path. Or they feel like maybe you need just an extra level of accountability in your own fitness. And I can tell you, like a show of hands by the coaches on the screen here that has had better level of accountability because you're a coach, right? So it really does help. Like if you struggle in your own health and fitness journey, it super helps to like stay accountable to that. Like you become a role model. So, I mean, I'm not a do as you say as I do type of a person. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I would say there's usually a little game that I like to play when I first start these. I'm like, raise your hand if you follow your coach, whoever invited you here on social media. And almost everybody's hands raised. And then I go, okay, you know what I do? And we walk away. Because we share so much of what we do with coaching, and we share so much of our lives. And that is a big part of what we do with coaching, but it is not the only thing. So that is what this group is here to tell you a little bit more about, is the other things that we do and the other things that coaching can gift to you. So I see, hi for everybody who's just hopping on. I see that Lisa is on. Lisa, I'm going to unmute you. Unmute.
Okay, I think we got it.
Yep, Lisa, you're unmuted. If you can get the video, that'd be awesome. If not, no worries. Sometimes technology doesn't work for us. But our first story, our transformation story, is Lisa. She is on our team. She is amazing. She actually has a really cool, I personally think it's like one of the coolest parts of sharing your transformation that the company gives to people, and she will share that with you. I'm not going to read the surprise. Go ahead, Lisa.
Okay, my video is not working. I guess I am having technology issues, but you can still hear me, right?
Right, we can hear you.
Okay, so my story started actually back last April. And I had gone to a chiropractor, and I had been going for probably about, I want to say 2 years on a regular basis, trying to get rid of some hip and back pain that I had. And this time, I had been going to this particular one 6 months. And when I went in, he sit me down. He's like, we really have to have a talk. So he said, you can come in every single week and I can adjust you and we can do this for the rest of your life. And we will never get any further than what we are right now. He said, so you really need to think about losing some weight. He said, because your frame cannot handle the weight that you have put on it anymore. It's pulling on your ligaments, it's pulling on your joints, and you just can't hold everything together. And so I was angry. I think I left there. I cried the entire way home. I had tried exercise and diet in the past, but I had failed miserably, and mostly because of it was a lot to do with my pain levels, I think. I had been watching my coach for a while online, and I watched her do all these videos, and she's up there and she's jumping, and I wanted to be able to do that, but for me, it wasn't possible. I just had so much pain that there's no way I could have done it. My body couldn't have handled all that strain on it. So I just watched her, and I just kind of thought, what am I going to do? I'm stuck. There's no way I can ever get any better. I had a hard time walking. I couldn't get out of bed in the morning. I would get up and I would like do this half bent over 90-year-old shuffle. And I'm glad you can't see me because I said I wasn't going to cry, but it was tough because I was literally in the spot where I thought, being 39 years old, this is it. This is the rest of my life right here. I have nothing left. And then my coach showed up. It was like I said, April, I think. And she had this plan that she had talked about, and it was a plan that didn't include exercise. And of course, up until that point, I had just thought, oh, geez, I just need to be able to exercise. I need to do it. And I knew I couldn't. So when I saw that she posted this plan, I thought, I'm going to try that. I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know if I'm going to last 1 month. I don't know if I'm going to last a week or even a day, but darn if I am not going to give it my all, because I was tired of being tired and tired of hurting. And just really, I felt like life was passing me by. So it started pretty quick for me at this point. Within the first 2 weeks, I lost 15 pounds. It was gone. It's like that. A month, 20 pounds. And I could start to get out of bed, without so much pain anymore. Decided, okay, all right, well, I can walk now. And I worked my way up to slowly running. Now, I wasn't fast. I know running scares a lot of people. I was slow. And I actually remember the very first time I went for a run, my husband and I had decided we were going to try to start this together. And so I went out and I had this free program, this Couch to 5K program that I was going to try to do. And so I got out there and I ran and I got back. And again, I went through one of these periods where I was just so frustrated with what I couldn't do. And I didn't think I was good enough that I cried again. And I went and I laid on my bed and I said, I had to run a whole 60 seconds. And to this day, my husband still laughs at me because little did I know, 2 months later, I'd be running 5 miles. And then a few more months after that, it was 8 miles. And the weight just kept coming off. Around, I think it was October of last year, I was down about 65 pounds at that point in time. Further than I ever thought I'd ever get. I mean, I knew I was going to try, but I didn't know really where I was going to end up. So I continued. I did injure my leg. And so I thought, well, geez, maybe the weight loss is kind of done. So I still kept with plan. I still ate exactly like what I was eating, and I couldn't run anymore. But the weight still kept coming off. And still kept going without the exercise. I did probably, I want to say around December, start really looking into a lot of the Beachbody programs because I couldn't run, but I could do some of the other stuff. So I did start on there, and that really kind of got me more into their programs because beforehand I was more of the eating program only, because the videos look scary to me. They look like, ooh, everybody had seen doing them were all so much smaller than what I had, I had been at that time. But anyway, we're gonna fast forward back to today. As of today, I've currently lost 82 pounds. I'm still dropping.
That's awesome. Let me just interrupt. That's so awesome, Lisa. I'm so excited for you. That's incredible. Like in less than how is it? 10 months, maybe 9 months?
It was like 8 months. Yeah, it was 8 months of me actually doing program.
And it was mostly the Mindful Eating to Be Mindset program, correct?
It was, correct. I've recently just started
include exercise.
No, I did not really start exercising until I want to say October when my injury happened. It was strictly nutrition up until that point, and then I really had to really change things up a little bit, and then figure, okay, well, I have to do something. There was no reason at that point that I couldn't exercise. In the beginning, I knew I couldn't, but as I progressed on, I knew, okay, all right, I had so many more things I could do now. I could actually run. I've never in a million years would have thought. I mean, I was 230 pounds when I started this journey. And, today I'm 146 pounds. So I would have never thought, that I would have made it. I did. And, up until today, and this is something that was really, really exciting. I have been really nervous about all month, but our team, our company holds a Beachbody Challenge contest, and because of the 82 pounds that I had lost. Now, I didn't make it. I just found out today. However, I will be showing up as one of their success stories. So you will see me probably on social media. They are going to put me up there. They did tell me that today. So yeah, you can. It was such an exciting journey. I was so excited. Go ahead. You look like you want to say something, Anita.
Yeah, because I was cutting out, but I don't know if it cut out for everybody else or not. So what were you up, like, what was it that you were on a short list for with the Beachbody Challenge?
Yes, I was on a short list, a very short list, top 10% out of 50,000 plus applications to win $100,000.
That's crazy. That's so cool. We had a couple people on the team like be in the short lists of the qualifying periods. It's pretty cool and it's pretty real, and I think that's awesome, Lisa.
It was super, super exciting for me. I mean, even though now I know I literally just found out like an hour, if even that ago, that I didn't make it, but wow, what an experience just to have the opportunity to be able to win $100,000 and to know that, you've came so far. It's the money was exciting, of course, it really was. But just looking back at myself, really, I never would have dreamed I could have come this far. If you would have asked me last May, and that is when To Be Mindset released, and I was anxiously sitting there waiting until it was going to release. I was waiting for that day, and I have, all my videos, I watched them before my package came. And it really is, I find, a very, very easy plan to follow. Once you get those principles down, they're really, I can't see any reason why anybody couldn't do it. I'm so grateful that, Beachbody actually took the time to create a nutrition plan, because without just this soul nutrition plan, I would have been stuck where I was 8 months ago, hurting and in pain and, just not really, I said, being able to play with my kids. Couldn't do laser tag, just so many different things that I can do now that I actually feel like I almost got like a second chance at life. It sounds kind of crazy, but really was.
That's really, I'm so happy to hear that. And thank you so much for sharing that with us. I think it's super, like, it's just, your story is just, it blows me away every time. And I share your story all of the time because I just love it. And I love that you got a second chance at life. And it's super exciting that you were up to win the money too. So thank you for sharing, Lisa.
You're welcome.
So this is our next little story we're going to share is Jessica. And she is in Tucson where it's warm, whereas I'm in Minnesota where I'm going to reserve myself from using adult language, but it's very cold here. And she is going to challenge herself by trying to keep her story in under 3 minutes or less. Jess, I will unmute you. All right, go ahead.
All right, 3 minutes, huh? Okay. Well, let me give you a quick background on me. I started my journey because I've struggled with weight my whole entire life. I've always been a heavier set one. I've tried every single thing there is to do to lose weight, never could do it. My main reason for losing weight was because I was in chronic pain all the time. I have scoliosis, which is curvature of the spine, but I'm also 24 years post-op spinal fusion. I have 16 screws and 2 Harrington rods in my back. Most of my spine is fused from T4 to L5. So that's my big reason for losing the weight, was because of the chronic pain. And I started my journey in 2011. And within a year and a half, I lost 50 pounds. And since then, I've maintained the 50-pound weight loss, and I've lost over 45 inches. For me, my biggest transformation has been mentally. And if I start to cry, I'm sorry. Trying not to. I've never had the self-confidence that I have now. I wouldn't be doing last year at Summit. I went and did my first Beachbody Classic. And for me, that was very eye-opening, conquering some of my biggest fears, getting up and talking in front of people. There's like over 1,000 people there, and we're in these little tiny bikinis. But that was my biggest mental win, was getting up there. And I wasn't by far one of the muscular ones. I wasn't one of the most skinniest ones, but I was up there showing doing it for me, doing it for my accomplishment, and proving to myself that I can do something. And it's because of coaching, and it's because of these programs, and because of the support that I was able to do that. So yes, I've lost the 50 pounds. Yes, I've been able to maintain it. But the biggest thing for me has been just the self-confidence that I've gained, because never in my life have I had self-confidence. I was always the kid that was picked on. I was always the one that weighed the most. Never picked for kickball, never picked for anything like that. And this coaching has changed. I'm very much so an introvert, very, very shy for the most part. And this has brought me out of my shell and just give me the confidence that I need to hope to give to my kids. And so they don't struggle like I did and not have the lack of self-confidence that I did. And I can teach them they can do anything that they want to set their hearts to. They can go to nursing school if they wanted to. They can go do a Beachbody Classic competition. As long as they believe in themselves, that's what matters. As long as they have the self-confidence, that's what matters, because I never have had that. And it's because of these programs that I've gotten my life back with the self-confidence.
Love you, Jess.
And so grateful for the opportunity and for the coaching opportunity, because I have met some of my best friends and gone to places that I thought that I would never have gone to. And I'm 5 years in deep with this, and I couldn't imagine it without it, because it's changed my life. And I'm strong. I'm 39. I'll be 40 this year, and I am the strongest that I have been my whole entire life. I couldn't do a burpee to save my life when I started. I couldn't even do a girl's push-up when I started. And I started with one of the hardest programs. It was P90X, and I had to modify the whole entire program. I've had to modify a lot of the programs, and I've had to stop and sit back for a couple months because I did too much, because I'll push myself, and then my back be like, nope, slow down. So it's a journey, and it's an amazing journey, and I can't imagine my life without it.
Thanks, Jess. Thanks for sharing. You have me all teary eyes. I can't wait she gives the best hugs, you guys. I can't wait to see you at Summit, because you're not going on the cruise. So when I see you at Summit, my friend, I'll get one of your bear hugs. All right, so next, Tamara's taking it on again. She's going to talk to you more specifically about what we do in the business as coaches. Take it away, my love.
Oh my gosh. Well, Lisa and Jessica, thank you so much for sharing your stories. I absolutely love hearing that. And that's really, I just got to say, I think all of us coaches on here would agree that we wouldn't do this if we hadn't had some sort of heart experience, some sort of like, there's something more than just fitness and Shakeology. So thank you both for just sharing so genuinely. So I'm just gonna kind of share more of like the nitty gritty. So it is, what do we do every month as coaches, or every day as coaches, to really help people? And what I think is really amazing is Beachbody is always listening to us as coaches, and what do we as coaches want from the network, and what would help us help onboarding new people. And what they have done recently has been a game changer, in my opinion. So we actually have an entire sheet that just talks about what are the tasks that are important to grow your business. And I'll be honest, guys, I have a lot of people in other network marketing companies that follow me, and I've sent it to them because they're like, what are you doing? You look like you're really enjoying your business. And I'm like, girlfriend, I'm literally just following what my company is telling me to do. And here's the sheet. And I can't tell you how many of them are like growing their business outside of Beachbody. So basically we have really good accessible training. And I know for a fact that other companies don't do that for their employees, their downline, there's so much sharing within this whole network. So how do we help people? We really help people by figuring out what workout program would work for them. Do they need to focus, like Lisa, on just nutrition to begin with? We learn those needs from people by asking questions. We're asking them, what is it that you like? What is it that you don't like? How's your nutrition? Where do you want to be physically? How's your mindset? Where do you want to be mentally? If your life could be like as joyous as you want it to be, what would that feel like for you? And really, like, we're not just like here to give you a fitness program. Like, we're here to change your life. And I think that that's something that you just start to develop to do as a coach. You don't know all the workout programs at first. You're going to get in here and you're going to be like, I don't know how to talk to these people. And that's fine. That's what we do as coaches. That's what we help each other with. And I think that it's just really, again, incredible. Even in our team page, a lot of us have been sharing this document that's like, what, Michelle, like 4 or 5 years old, the 5-step process. And it's literally just asking those questions and like making sure that we're just doing that to find people's needs. So we're reaching out to people, we're connecting people. Normally when you start, it's who's your chicken noodle soup list? Who's your people that would do anything for you, that would bring you chicken noodle soup if you were sick? Have you just told them that you're interested in this Beachbody thing, or that you're doing this Beachbody thing? And I know I put a video up earlier about objections, because trust me, my parents were like, you're cray, not joining, back up off Tamara. And so that happens too, and that's okay. That didn't inhibit me from helping people, and now they see how incredible this opportunity has been for me and for my family, and they're really grateful that I stuck with it. So I just, if you haven't seen the objections video, I really cover that when you have people that are like, what are you wanting to do? So basically, we're just again, we're just helping people. We're talking to those chicken noodle soup people in the beginning. We're sharing on our social media, and we're reaching out. There's other ways to do this where you grow in person, where you grow through fitness events that are called fit clubs. There's a bunch of different ways to grow the people that you're connecting with. But basically, you just want to help people. We want to help people get started in their health and fitness journey. At a minimum, we say try to help 3 people. That way you get your costs covered and you start to earn a little bit of income. Beyond that, that's when Beachbody starts to give you recognition, prizes, and more. So I'm not even going to lie. I'm in this because I like having a business that I actually love and I like making money. But I also know that it's like most people probably would be pretty happy scooping ice cream like when they were in high school. I wasn't, because it wasn't fulfilling to me. Like, and that's weird to think like that a job like that needs to be fulfilling, but like I needed that in my life. I've always have. And so, so I look back at like my previous jobs and I realized like how it led me to this one, and how, because I always wanted to seek out more in people that helped me to do this. And I wasn't good at talking to people when I first started. Michelle, my coach right here, had to help me a lot. And that's what I will say just is really helpful to get started. Is you've got the plan from Beachbody, you've got the support from your coaching team, you have, some straightforward, simple, like how to talk to people stuff. And then you just know that you have your own heart and your own passion and what it is that you're doing. And if you've done, 21-day fix and it helped you, you just share that with people, because that's going to like get somebody talking with you. And maybe that program is going to be perfect for them. Or maybe by the time that you're talking with them, they just need to focus on nutrition. So it's really just listening and talking with people. And that's kind of what we do. And next, I'm giving it to Heather, the I have no time, which she posted a picture earlier about the kiddos being home for snow day today.
Oh my Lord, y'all. We have a snow day again tomorrow.
Do we? I didn't get that.
Just 1 second. My kids have had snow days the entire week, and they only have 1 day of school on Friday this week. So I don't. Zip.
And so we're going to tell you how we make this work. And this is a huge reason why it's nice to have this opportunity, because we're not having to call in on work. So Heather, take it over.
Okay. So folks that tell me they've got, I've got a full-time job, I've got kids, I don't have time. I'm just going to sit there and blink at you for a minute. No, you do. I don't sit down for hours on end and do it and do this work. I don't have time for that. My children don't let me have time for that. And plus, I really don't know that my brain really works well for sitting for long periods of time to stare at my computer. I just don't. I work in what I lovingly call my mom pockets. I have many pockets throughout the day where I find inspiration, where I'm like, I gotta share this. People are gonna love it. People are gonna connect with this. People are gonna understand this. Or, I go in and I'm like, you know what? I haven't talked to that Mariah, which isn't true because she's on there all the time. But I'm like, I haven't talked to that Mariah. I need to check in with her. How is her workout program going? Is she enjoying her shakes? Does she need a new recipe to keep her going? And it's just like, oh, you know what? They've crossed my mind. Let me hop on real quick. There we go. So to hear people say that they don't have time, my girl Haley Powner, if you're not in our group, you need to be, because she literally, I don't know how she does it. She's growing exponentially with our business. She works full time. The mom has 2 infant twins and a toddler. I mean, legit. I don't know how she does it, but she does it. And she wakes up for power hours, which if you don't know what a power hour is, I'm telling you, they'll change your life. We wake up early because a lot of us are moms. Not everyone is, but a lot of us are. We wake up early because we need some time where we're not being touched, needed, or asked for something. So we wake up 5 o'clock in the morning. We get a little reading time in. If you're a mom, when's the last time you read a book if it wasn't before 6 a.m.? I don't know anyone. So we wake up, we read a little bit to get our mindset right. Because, we're finding that as a mom and as a coach and as as a person in general, we're not really getting our mindset right for the day if we're not starting it off positively. And a lot of times getting a little positive reading, whether it's your Bible or whether it's something to do with your business or just something that just gets your mind thinking in a positive way, whether like reading positive affirmations, things like that for your day. And then after that, sometimes some of us, myself and my girl Haley, not Haley Pounder, but my girl Haley Benefield, we meet up at 6 o'clock every morning and we do our workout together. And then on Mondays, I work out with a whole bunch of other groups or other people, thanks to Miss Tamara here. And we just do a workout. We do it together and it's all early. Now you might be saying to yourself, I am not early. I'm not an early person. That's okay. There are so many of us that are not. I wasn't at first, and then I kind of like came over to the dark side. I say dark side because it's like 0 dark 30 when we wake up. But you just find out what works for you. If working for a few hours is what works for you, well, then that's what you do. You find where you have your passion, and that's when you do it. If you do it during nap time, that's amazing. That's where I started out. Now my children are getting just a little bit older. My son is in preschool. My daughter can, be babysat by Elsa for an hour. And I can get a little work in, or I can, hop on a team call where we just get our mind right. We talk about what's going on. We strategize and we figure out, hey guys, I've got this question that somebody asked me and I just don't know. And it's just, you're never alone. That's the beauty of it. Yeah, Google's your friend and you can ask a whole lot of things on Google and yeah, you're going to find some answers, but you know what? Nothing's going to help you any better and get you quicker answers in the time that you need it than this team right here. It's just parallel to none that I've ever worked with. And I've worked with a lot of fitness teams, never like this, obviously, but because there really is nothing else like this. But I can tell you that there's never been a team that's worked more closely and more positively together than this one. And so if you're looking for something that's going to give you just that fulfillment and that joy that you need in the time that you need it, well, honey, if you have a job that can give that to you, go for it. But I doubt it because this is the only one that I've ever found so far. So that's what I've got. And if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask me anytime because, well, I'll answer you in my mom pockets.
Love it, love it, love it. Thanks, Heather. Thanks for sharing about your mom pocket.
My pleasure.
Now we get to do, Michelle gets to do the funnest part, right? She gets to talk about money, 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 money. How we earn our money.
That's hilarious. You said the funnest part because I'm like, I hate talking about money and I'm always the one talking about money. And there's nothing wrong talking about money. Money is important. It's an avenue to achieve our dreams and our goals and provide for our families and to be able to give more, to be able to be more present with your family, to take off stress. So nothing wrong with money. It's a good thing. But the question that I always get, I guess I should introduce myself a little bit since it's all about money. I'll share, since we just talked about Haley, for those of you that are watching the recording of this, I put in the chat Haley's progression of her income because I think a newer coach income story is so much more relatable than like my story, if that makes sense. So I'll share both. But Haley started really coaching in September and she's been very consistent. This is the one with twins and a 2-year-old, two 6-month-olds and a 2-year-old. Okay. She works full time and is still a mom, obviously. So her first month was $122. The second month was $197. November was $229. December, $616. And January, so for $900. So that's just to give you an idea. It does take some time to build your market, build your business, but it's possible. And so I just want to share and give you some vision and know what's doable, what's reachable, right? And before I start, I need to say too, that Beachbody, nor do I, nor do Tamara, Anita, all the coaches here, none of us guarantee any level of success with this coaching opportunity. the income really is dependent upon each coach's skills, efforts, and diligence, right? So what you put in is what you get out. And that's something I love about this, because as a school psychologist, I was a good school psychologist. So you know what? I got more work piled up on me, more responsibilities piled up on me with no additional pay, but stay in more hours after work, go in earlier, right? So with this company, with this business, what you put in is what you get out. And that's what I love. So for me, my income journey, I think the first year I started off with about $15,000, I think. After my first year, I did quit my job as a school psych. Not that I was making what I was making as a school psych. I quit because in my heart, this was my passion. And I had the vision that I knew, this is what I was supposed to be doing. And it may be a pay cut for a little bit, but not for long. And it wasn't. And we now, within 3 years, we were able to make way more than I'd ever make as a school psych, no matter where I lived. I lived in Alaska. The pay is really good. And my husband's a pilot. And I now support both of our, the family household. I support him as well. And my daughter goes to private schools, and we live blocks away from my family, all because of this opportunity. So money has allowed us to live our dream, to live where we want to and do what we want to. So, but the big question is, how do you make money? Everybody always wants to know, how do you make money? And I'm going to refer back to Tamara, because the girl got it right? You simply earn money by being with others and inviting them to these accountability groups. That's it. It's not rocket science. That's how you make money. You follow the steps that your coach is giving you, that your coach is teaching you. You be yourself, you be authentic, and you reach out. That's it. But I know you really want the nitty and gritty. You're like, come on, how do you really make money? So it is commissions. You do get commissions off of anything you sell. So 25% off of anything you sell. And there's a potential there for even residual income opportunities for Shakeology or any residual products that somebody may be using. But the heart of how we eventually get paid is something called team cycle bonuses. And team cycle bonuses is pretty much anytime your team sells approximately about $300 worth, then you cycle $14 to $18 depending upon your rate. And that heart, I know it doesn't sound like much, $14, $18, but that's the heart of your paycheck eventually. And that is 100% residual income, passive income, right? There's also opportunities for 10% matching bonuses and profit sharing and quarterly bonuses as well. So I'll just reiterate this again, what you put in is what you get out, and it really is what I love about this company. I think that's it, unless you want me to, I'll put in the link in the chat for you can see the audited coach earning statements if you want an idea of what people can make. Like a beginner level coach, the average earning I think is $400. The high earning is $36,000. And then you have all the way to different levels, and then all the way to store diamond, I'm a store diamond. The average is a low six-figure income. The high earning is $3 million. So the potential is, the sky's the limit. It's whatever you want it to be. So I think that's it, unless you guys have questions.
I have one clarification, Michelle. When you said it's when your team fills up about $300 worth, you cycle for once. Let's define team for them, because people might be thinking only coaches that they sponsor.
Nailed it. So that's the beautiful thing about team and how we really do all work together, and we're one team and we're stronger together. And so some people as you sponsor more coaches and sign up more people on your team, they sign up other people, and you're going to end up getting people eventually that you may not even know, sponsoring people on your team and being a part of your team to contribute to that growth, basically. So it's as your team, and your team is, like I said, everybody, not just people that you've brought into this business maybe, but maybe some, if you're watching this webinar as a guest and Anita is your coach, right? You may decide you should sign up with Anita, right? And Anita is going to be putting coaches under you too, on the team as well, in addition to you. So people that Anita bring on helps build your team as well. But you still are responsible to build your own team. You have to do the work as well. You can't tap into any of these cycle bonuses that we're talking about until you build your team. And the more you build your team with the help of others, but if you don't build your team at all, you won't be making money. So it is you do have to do the work.
Just to clarify, when you get to tap into the cycle bonuses, it's you sponsoring 2 coaches. 2. 2 coaches. For me, it was my best friend and my husband, because I knew that we wanted him to make the same cycle bonuses off of this $300 piggy bank that the team is building for us. So I sponsored him so that he could also become Emerald, which is those 2 coaches. And he makes money off of the same volume underneath me as I make money. So we double dip.
Yeah, you can even quadruple dip. Like, it's pretty freaking awesome. I didn't know how deep y'all wanted me to go, but guys, like, this opportunity is like, as you get more into it, and you don't have to understand it. Believe me, I didn't understand it when I signed up. Yes, my first 2 was my mom and my husband for sure. And so, I run orders through my husband and double dip. But then and I think we're one of the only ones with network marketing that allows, 1, you to sign up your spouse. Most companies don't allow you to sign up your spouse. 2, allows you to open 25 business centers. So like, I have sponsored myself 3 times under me. So you talk about double dipping the way Anita was just talking. I quadruple dip when you add my husband in there. For 1 sale, I get paid like 4 times on it. It's crazy. It makes it really is like, I'm just grateful. That's all I can say. I'm grateful. It's like, how did this happen? Like, God is just so good. The way, I didn't know what I was getting into, and started as a discount customer, loved what I was doing, had a passion for it. And here we are. Like, God is good.
Yay. Thanks, Michelle. I got it. Sorry. I was getting so into your story, I forgot to pull up my notes. Okay. So, it's me. I'm next, you guys. So I'm going to talk about, and we're going to try to speed this up because I understand everybody has time. So I'm going to talk a little bit about, fears, pyramid schemes, scams, like limiting beliefs, essentially. So I was a huge, skeptic about all MLMs, like direct sales businesses. I had tried 2 previously in my life and failed miserably at them. What I've learned is that just like in any industry, some companies are better and have more values than others. Just like insurance, just like in banking, just like in car sales, just like in hospitals, like in every industry, some businesses are better than others. We've landed on one that is like one of the best in direct sales, in my opinion. They treat you right and they're very ethical and there's nothing icky about it. No MLM business that's in business is a scam or a pyramid scheme. They wouldn't be in business if they were. They would be shut down quick, fast, and in a hurry, like what Bernie Madoff had to go through 10 years ago now. So no, it's not a scam. No, it's not a scheme. No, you don't have to start from the beginning. Not any coach on this call. Michelle, you're distracting me. Not any coach on this call is a founding coach, meaning a coach that started back when the network marketing opportunity started with Beachbody. That was in 2008, 2009. Not one of us has been here that long, but we are all earning income. I've been here for a little over 2 years, and the opportunity has been able to allow me to go part-time in my legal operations job. I used to be an executive. So I've been able to make up half the amount of money that I used to make in corporate America. I've been here 2.5 years. So no, you don't need to start at the top. You don't need to be one of the founding coaches. It is not a scam. And I think, like, for me, when I always thought about scams is because of my personal experience in the past. I think something that separates MLMs with a lot of other businesses or general industries out there is it's like 1 degree away from like personal connection. So either you or your sister or your mom or your aunt or your friend's friend or somebody has had a really bad experience with an MLM where they maybe felt scammed. So maybe it wasn't the best company that they chose, or maybe they just didn't do the work. Maybe they weren't like going out there and trying to build a business with it. It's still a business. You still have to do the work, but the opportunity is real. And no, you don't need, like, I'm going to emphasize this again because somebody was asking me about this the other day. No, you do not need to be a founding member. So one of the top coaches in the network has just been coaching for 5 years. One of the top coaches this year has been coaching for 5 years. So the possibility is endless. And I think that's it. Am I clear, or was I kind of squirrels? Okay.
I think it was good. I think that was really good. Yeah, because we kind of addressed it too as we've been talking through all of the years and behind this. So no, I love that. I actually loved, I'm just going to share, I love that I was really confused when Michelle sent me my very first book and she was like, here's GoPro. And I like was listening to this book called GoPro and Network Marketing. And I was like, why is she sending me this? I thought I was a fitness coach. And so I didn't even know I had gotten into a network marketing company. I knew I'd gotten into a business, but like I passed up all those details in a sneak peek like this. Like I didn't like, I don't know, just, so anyways. Whatever, it happens. So if you were like, wait, what? That's okay. If you still have a passion for it, you can still make a really good business out of it. And then I learned, and now I'm obsessed with network marketing. And I want to say too, when I think Michelle had mentioned this, the amount of times that we can re-sign up, and the amount of people that can be signed up with our team. In some companies, it like cancels out at like 4 levels. Beachbody doesn't have any cancellation, so it doesn't matter like how many people below you this rock star is, you're still benefiting from them, even if she was signed up by Joe Mama who don't know you from another mother on your team. Like literally. So it's really cool how that all works. Okay, so I'm actually going to wrap up about Shakeology and how to get started. So Shakeology is something that we haven't talked about at all in our sneak peek, because most of the people that have joined into this group that are looking into this opportunity right now are already in our challenge groups. You're already using Shakeology, and you're probably already getting results from it. And if you haven't tried Shakeology yet, I highly recommend going ahead and doing a 1-month trial of Shakeology. I actually started, when I started as a coach, I started at the same time drinking Shakeology for the very first time. So when I first signed up for this was the first time I had really gone all in with the Beachbody program. Yes, I had done some of the fitness programs in the past, but I had never gone in with the nutrition and the fitness. I started with 21 Day Fix. I drank Shakeology every day, just like my coach Michelle told me to. And I followed the meal plan every day, just like she told me to. And I got great results from it. And why I think one of the things that is so important to know about Shakeology is it's not a protein shake. It's so much more than that. It's superfoods. It's something that if you were honestly going to try to go to the store and get all the really good ingredients, it would cost so much more than what it costs, and you're not going to get as good of quality ingredients. There's so much depth of information that we are given as coaches, and so many great tools about how is Shakeology harvested. One of the things that I always like to tell people that I think is just really cool is they test the air quality, they test the soil, they test it after it is like taken away, like so it's a plant. So there's different plants that are used to make Shakeology. So I'm talking about like the maca. They're going to test the air quality. They're going to test the soil quality. They're going to test the maca before they grind it up. They're going to test the maca when they grind it up. They're going to test it again when it goes in the bag to make sure that the nutritional value that they want in Shakeology is there. And that's what I think is so beautiful, because not every company is going to put that much energy into that, because that takes time and money. And they have completely closed down crop fields that we've used if the qualities don't meet standards, and they've switched ingredients around if the qualities don't meet standards. And I just think that that's so incredible. And so that's just like that's kind of some of the nerdy stuff. But I just want to share with Shakeology, of course, I'm sharing from experience. I'm not a doctor, but it has helped me personally. One, grow my hair was the very first thing I noticed. My back acne is completely gone. My neck and chin acne is completely gone. I was one of those people, anytime I was in a bridal party, I would say, can I please leave my hair down? If I can't leave my hair down, can somebody please help me with makeup? Because I was so embarrassed about how bad my acne was, to the point where like even my wedding day, it was just embarrassing. And I just was uncomfortable. And so Shakeology nutrition, dense, good nutrition can help you with so many things that we don't even realize. I used to have eosinophilic esophagitis, and I'm not saying Shakeology cured it, but I haven't had symptoms since being consistent on Shakeology. I used to like eat food. It would feel like I couldn't swallow. I would feel like I couldn't breathe. It would feel like heartburn for hours. And I haven't had that. And it's all part of like gut health and pre and probiotics that have helped with the acne and with my esophagus. And so I'm just saying, like, give it a try. I think you're going to feel really good. Okay. And then how to get started. So when you're ready to get started, which you need to get started this week with your coach, because it's really good to get started with a group of new coaches that are all getting in together at the same time. That's how a lot of people bond. That's how a lot of success is made in the beginning, because you know that you're in this together. So we're asking everybody to get started between today and Friday, so that next Monday we can kind of just get everybody rolling into whatever your first fitness program will be, or continuing on with your fitness program and rolling into our new coach training. Each coach does theirs a little bit differently, but like I said, Beachbody has some pretty straightforward outlines that we're now all using. To get started, you just need to talk to your coach. They're going to know what you need. Maybe you just bought a challenge pack and you're like, oh my gosh, I really need to do this coaching thing. Okay, so you can get a completion pack, which starts at $140, or you can pay a $40 coach fee. Anytime that you've had a challenge pack in the past, that coach fee is waived. I typically always still tell my coaches to get started with a challenge pack for a couple reasons. One, it's the best way to go ahead and get the biggest discount on something. So if you haven't gotten to try the Performance, Energize, and Recover, get a pack that has that in it so that you can start trying that as well. If you are consistent on your Shakeology and you just love it, and maybe you haven't tried 2B Mindset, get a 2B Mindset pack. If you're wondering if you want a new nutritional program. So again, it's just really talking with that coach, the coach that has invited you here, and they're going to ask you again, like, what do you have? What do you need? Let's get what's right for you. There's a couple packs that are on sale to the end of this month. One that I always tell people to get that are already have Beachbody on demand is the 3-day refresh, because it's a 3-day cleanse. It's on sale. It's $20 off this month. So it's normally $160. It's $140. You get a whole month of Shakeology. You get your 3-day refresh, which is a 3-day plant-based cleanse that is just so helpful. Anytime if you've gone on vacation and you've just not eaten right, or if you are trying to go on vacation and you want to just like look or feel better, or if you've just noticed that like, hey, I'm really letting like those holiday cookies, they have not stopped and I need some support. So I always recommend that to people. One of the other things that I recommend doing sometimes to people when they're like, well, I've already got Shakeology. Do I really need that? Get packets with your 3-day refresh. And then that way you can help any of your family that lives near you. You can say, hey, Mom, try this Shakeology. I just started with this Beachbody company and I love it. I think you're really going to love it. Here's 2 packets for you to try. Here's my favorite 2 recipes. So that's normally, like if I'm just being generalized and telling people what to start with, if they've already got Beachbody on demand, that would be my general go this route. But again, it's really dependent upon you and your needs. So just talk with your coach. So. And yeah, and Michelle made a really good point. You have results to start your business in 3 days. That's so true. So even if you, so with a 3-day refresh, you can start sharing your journey instantly. And you're like, look what happened in 3 days. Here it is. Who wants to try it with me next? Like who wants to try this too? Yeah, so true. So that's it. Anybody else have anything that they want to cover? I know that we're almost at the hour and Anita has something.
I do. So just to play off your point, I don't want people to feel like they can't start sharing their journey until they have results, because that is not true at all. I did not wait 1 second. I started as soon as I made the decision to have the business. I knew I needed to like market it, like duh. So I started sharing immediately. And I think what people really connected with, and in fact, I know because I got a ton of messages and ton of comments about it, is that they saw me go through it. And that's what people connect with. And that's what makes them inspired and wanting to join the team. So don't think that you have to have results before you start sharing or before you have a business surrounding this. Also, on Tamara's point, to talk about like different MLM companies and scams and schemes. The one thing I do love about Beachbody out of all the other direct sales companies is there's no like massive buy-in, right? You only need like what you personally need for your own health and wellness journey to get started. And then you have your business. Like there's not this massive buy-in. There's not this huge overhead. Like you don't have to keep stock of anything. So I like, it was kind of a no-brainer for me. Like, of course I was going to start out with a coach discount. Not that I was ever going to coach, but of course I was going to start out with the discount because who doesn't like to save money? And then I started looking at the values of the company and realized it's a good one to align myself with.
I do have one quick point, Anita. When you're thinking about, the coach that invited you and you're like, gosh, I could never in my life be Tamara Breton. She's my coach. I could not be her. I'm not as photogenic. My children look silly in pictures sometimes. They're just like, they're not, it's just not the same. So don't look at the person who invited you and think, I could never do that. I'm not going to try. Because for one, people are going to follow you because they love you. They're not going to follow you because they love me or because they love Anita or Michelle or anybody. They're going to follow you because you are you. And that's how you're going to build your team. You're just going to share your journey. You're going to share you and who you are and your family and your lifestyle. And people are going to be like, I totally relate to you. Now I don't feel like such a spaz. I could probably, be me and do that. Like I really wanna jive with you. And I think that you can help me get where I want to be. So I just want you to know that, you don't have to be anybody but yourself. You don't have to have any kind of special certifications. That's the beauty of this job, honestly. You just have to be passionate. You just have to be authentically you, and you just have to want to be the best you. That's it. That's really it. And get paid for it. I mean, really.
I love it.
Is there anything better?
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. Anybody else?
My pleasure.
Do we have any questions on Facebook coming in?
I didn't see anything, and I didn't see anything on the link that I shared that needed to be addressed. I have one actually that came through in a different spot. And it was kind of like, it was more, I'm going to need a lot of help from the team, from you and the team. And I think that we kind of covered that. But I want to address that because I want to make sure that everybody understands that the team is here. There is a lot of help and support from Beachbody. Michelle just made a face. There's a lot of help and support from Beachbody, but you also you do have to kind of be a go-getter in the sense that, okay, I know I need to make some connections today, or I know I need to follow up with somebody today. Like you just, you do need to have a little bit of go-gettery. And that's what I will say personal development has helped a lot of people with, myself included, to just realize okay, I can do this. I'm awesome. So there's a lot of support. Your coach is there. They can't do it for you, but they're going to help support you. Yeah. All right.
Awesome. Thanks. So to sum it up, talk to your coach and let her or him help you get started with the challenge pack that you need to get started so you can start your business, because it's a blessing. It's a gift.
All right.
One last group picture. So we don't have to
okay. Can we make funny faces? Because I like making funny faces.
Yes, we'll do one of these.
I like how Heather and I are like, yeah, let's do this. And Anita's like, yep, funny face. Right, yeah, let's do funny face. I like it. I'll do Command-Shift-4 and I'll do a screenshot. All right. And then we'll do a waving one. A waving one? Okay, hold on. I've got to get my boomerang though. So everybody that's on watching this playback, yes, this is kind of what we do on our calls, on our team.
Yeah, but we have fun doing it.
Because we're like,
and will you send that right away? Because I have a poster already written up just for this.
Oh, you have a poster up? Okay, wait. Do you want a picture then?
Yeah. Oh no, whatever. Just post it in the group.
Okay. All right. All right. Wave. Okay, and then I'll do one picture really quick because I want to make sure Michelle has what she needs. Okay, smile. I like that.
We're not waving.
Oh, that's cute. Michelle, you don't listen to instructions.
Some of us aren't comfortable. You follow directions.
All right, Michelle, I'll send you some of those. And thank you, everybody, Michelle, your face is great in this one. I love it. Okay, y'all, thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much if you watched the replay. We really are here to answer questions, so ask them below in the replay video on the Facebook group, or ask your coach for additional clarification, and we would love to see you and get you started so that you can truly make a lasting change in your life.
Right. Thanks for your time, guys. See ya.
Bye.
Save the recording.
I know, I've got to figure out how. I'm going to end it on Facebook, so you're going to all see me doing all these things until I make sure that I have it.